Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we're looking at a brand new dinosaur rank 4. I wasn't expecting this, but I'm happy it's here. No idea what this card does, but we're going to read it together. Funny enough, I'm not even kidding, yesterday I was just going over Jurac, the new Jurac cards that are going to come from Terminal World 2 into the TCG. And just like the dinosaur cards that already exist. I've always liked dinosaurs, but they've never really been necessarily the playstyle I enjoy. But just looking at them, one of my conclusions about the deck was I feel like they just need some utility in the extra deck, right? Right now, the only cards, especially with the Jurac cards that lock you into dinos, hard lock you into dinos, they could just use some extra deck tools. That just give them some more utility to make use of some of the bodies they put on field, because some of those bodies they can't even get rid of when they're dino locked into anything useful, just because the Evolzars are dragons, not dinos, and it just gets a little bit sticky there. So I thought to myself, a rank 4 could work. I think probably a link 2 or 3 would probably just be a little smoother, but a rank 4 could work if it's really good. So we'll see how this card is. Hopefully it's a nice new addition to dinos. But let's see. This card definitely giving me almost like Sabersaurus vibes. He has a bunch of, just blades coming out of his head, like a Triceratops, but pretty cool. Anyway, this is Ferociously Angered Sabersaurus. There you go. It's a newer form of Sabersaurus. Oh, you know what? That's kind of cool. I mean, just yesterday we got the new forms of those old classic vanillas, and this time we get a new form of Sabersaurus. So maybe that's just something we're going to see a lot more going forward, is that Konami taking old vanilla cards and turning them into new forms. Alright, here we go. Rank 4 Fire Dinosaur Monster. 2000 attack, 600 defense, nothing crazy. It does take any 2 level 4s, it's actually generic, so that's cool. You can only use the first and second effects of this card once per turn. You can detach one material from this card to destroy one dinosaur monster in your hand or face up field. Then you can change the battle position of one monster on the field. Second effect, at the start of the damage step, if your other dinosaur monster battles, you can destroy this card, and if you do, that dinosaur monster gains 2000 attack until the end of the battle phase. Interesting. Okay, so we have 2 effects here. This second effect is just very, very, OTK oriented, sort of, right? Because it is the start of the battle phase. Beginning of the damage step. So it's actually not as bad. You could even attack with this card, then destroy it to give something else really big attack. Or this effect specifically pairs really insanely well with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, because he can attack everything on the field. So and he's already at 35, so this puts him at 55, also being able to attack everything on the field once. That's just begging for OTK status. But I think the coolest card about this card, specifically for dinos, is the first effect. And the first effect is not even that good, right? You can destroy a dinosaur on the field or in your hand to change a battle position of a monster on field. You can change something in defense mode to attack mode. That way, if you're going to go battle phase with UCT and use that second effect, everything's in attack. And UCT's 55 when you use this card to buff it. So, right, you're just punching for huge damage. But I think that's not even as important as just this: destroy a dino on field or in hand. So as I've been looking at the new cards, I think I've been finding myself wanting to exclude the babies from the deck. They're definitely bricks. There are cards like Jurac Volcano, there are cards like Oviraptor, there are cards like the Xenoground and Xenometeorus that give you ways to pop them, but some of those ways require you to have them on field, not in hand. So, and that's what you really want, is be able to pop them in hand. So Ovi only pops them in hand, or on field, I mean. Volcano only pops them on field, but not in hand. So this gives us a pretty generic extra deck tool that if we can just get to a rank 4 now, even when we're dino locked, we can now start popping babies in hand. to help unbrick them potentially. So I think that's a pretty interesting piece. There may even be combos where you choose to search babies because you can make a 4 in that combo, and then you can just make this card and pop a baby. Boom, the baby gets you to Draxtigo or Oviraptor if you didn't start with them, and boom, they let you kind of steamroll advantage from there. I think that's really the important part here. To make babies a little bit better. It makes the other new Jirac monster a little better. Jirac Megalo. If he's just destroyed, period, he lets you just foolish a Jirac monster from extra deck, or maybe it's even Dino. But you're normally just sending a Stero, who basically becomes like a board wipe from the graveyard, which is really strong. So there's some cool applications here. I don't hate this card. I mean, like, what it does is not like that impactful, but what it does is allow the deck to be more flexible, allow the deck to make some of the cards that I had already been considering cutting because of the way they function, like with the new cards, and they're just kind of bricky, to actually work potentially with this card being in the deck. So that's really cool. I feel like they could have made this a Link 2, and it just would have made it a little more malleable. The fact it would have made us not require level 4s specifically to make it, which would have been icing on the cake if it was a Link 2, right? That any 2 bodies could allow us to unbrick a baby, right? But it is what it is. We'll take it. Interesting card. I'm probably digging too deep into this card, and it's not really that good. But for the deck specifically, with Jirac that does lock you and doesn't have a lot of great extra deck options, this could actually be a card that makes the cut. So we'll take it. So let me know your thoughts down below. Again, I was just thinking on the outside, like very, very rudimentary thinking about the new Dino deck. You know, yesterday. If you're a more in-depth player and you've already done a lot more research on the Dino deck, let me know your thoughts down below on this card. Do you really think it has a home? Do you think do you think there's any other applications I'm not giving this card respect for? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this card just overall down below. But I'm out of here for today. Another interesting little card for today. It seems like they're really loving this path of just like 1 or 2 cards every day. I'm sure one random day next week or this weekend or coming up, we're going to get like an entire new archetype and like a lot of cards. But for right now, Konami's definitely on that train of like 1 or 2 cards a day, which I like. It gives us consistent stuff to look forward to every day. So I'll keep you up to date on any new cards that drop from there, giving you my thoughts. So subscribe to the channel for more stuff from me on that in that regard down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.